WhereMyMomsAt. Raising kids, cleaning shit.
Oh my gosh. He's on the line, you guys. We have with us the very famous Pie Guy. Thank you so much for being here, Pie Guy. Hi, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you guys doing?
Good. Listen, we are enthralled with you. We've been thinking about you. I have to know more about, I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know where you are because I want to save your anonymity.
Okay.
How old are you when you discovered the pie thing? And what is the pie thing? Define the terms, and then how did you come about discovering you loved this?
Okay. So basically, my fetish is, if you heard on the last podcast, I like throwing pies at women's faces, / getting hit in the face with a pie myself. But unfortunately, Christina, you're going to be so disappointed with this one. Really into like shaving foam pies.
Shaving foam pies. Oh, like fakies, like they're like Revenge of the Nerds. Yeah.
The thing is, the kink has so many kind of niches. Like some people like lemon meringue pies, some people like shaving foam pies. It's like very specific. But I can handle like a pie. But my favorite kind of thing is like the thick like shaving foam, if you get me.
I get you. And does it have to have a crust? Can it have any crust, or does it have to be like a graham cracker crust? Like what kind of does that matter?
It's more about the throw. I think it's more about the thickness of the cream for me. Like
okay.
I'm not in any like runny whipped cream, if you know what I mean.
That's like so annoying, right? Like it has to be like fluffy and thick.
Exactly. You've got it, Christina.
I love this. I can't. I've never heard of this one. Now, how did you discover this was your jam?
That's such a good question. So the weird thing about it is I've had this for so long, like since I was a kid. So I think I was about 8 years old at school, and we were doing this like theater show called Malone. I don't know if you know of it. It's like a film. And the whole film is basically revolved around like gangsters who, instead of shooting like normal guns, they shoot like foam pie guns. So when the school said they were going to do this, like I was like, oh my fucking God, and my dick got like hella hard. So I was like, holy fuck, why is my dick so hard? And it was like, oh shit, it's because of the pie thing. And that's when I knew I was into pie stuff. So like,
and you were 8 years old. Sorry, I interrupted.
I was literally 8 years old.
Okay, and then go ahead.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that? Where you got home? Sorry, you got home.
Yeah, and I was just watching all these pie videos, and I was playing about, and then suddenly, well, you know what happened.
Yeah.
And then that's where ever since then, I don't watch any porn at all. Like seriously, my whole life, I watch pie videos to get off. And it's only until like a couple of weeks I realized how that was. Like, I've probably watched a total of about, I don't fuck with porn. I really don't. Like, people fucking, like, I mean, it's good for me, but watching that, it doesn't get me off. So I've probably watched about like 3 hours of porn in my life. It's the pie videos.
This is hilarious. And your parents are probably so stoked as a teenager to go through your video history, and they're like, "Oh, he's just into baking. What a lovely hobby."
The worst thing about it, I'm scared anybody's been on my computer and found a random folder. It's just like loads of people getting hit with pies. But trust me, it's like a real thing. It's like a fetish thing. Like people make proper videos out of it.
I believe you.
If you look into it.
I am.
Lots of stuff. So.
Well, I've been looking. I remember when I lived in England that sploshing and you guys are they're into food kinks. There's the food kink thing. So so let's talk about this. Have you had a chance to fulfill your fantasy in real life?
Well, I have fulfilled the fantasy of getting hit in the face with a pie. Okay. That's easier, as you were saying last time, to convince somebody to do. And especially when I bring over like the shaving foam. I think if it was like a real pie, maybe they'll be like, tasty. Let's go. Maybe you know what? Maybe that's the way in. Maybe I should work on a real pie. But yeah.
Yes. Oh, I see.
Pies in my faces,
well, that's the problem.
Not the other way around.
But that's the problem, sweetie, is that you're using like Barbasol shaving cream. I don't know what you guys have where you live. And nobody wants that shit in their mouth or on their vag.
Very true.
Yeah. So I think we've actually come up with a solution, which is, I don't know if you guys have this where you live, but Cool Whip has a very similar consistency to shaving cream.
Does it actually? Okay.
Cool Whip. And that might be a
We have like wet.
It's
That's
not
the problem.
It's not wet.
Maybe I can find like.
No, you need to have like a thick foam. Or, sweetie, you can even make it yourself. You know, it's very easy to make whipped cream. It's very easy. It's something like egg white. I don't know. You just Google the damn recipe and you can fiddle with the recipe to make it firmer. But as long as it's not.
You know what?
Yeah.
Because I've tried egg whites and like sugar.
Yeah.
And that went beautifully. That was great. It tastes great. And
Yeah.
I was like, because I was just making a meringue, and I was like, you know what? This would be great to throw in a girl's face.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's consistency. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we're on.
That's your problem, is that no girl wants to have that disgusting, smelly Barbasol or whatever the you're using, maybe. Okay, so you've had the pie in your face, but you haven't had a pie in somebody else's face.
Nah, I know it's a hard thing to negotiate.
Okay. Do you have a rapport with a girl right now? Are you seeing anybody?
I don't. I've got like a date on Saturday though.
Oh.
I'll hit on Tinder, so
okay.
I don't know. We can see what. I don't know what the way in though is. Like as you said, you know, you want to kind of build a relationship with somebody first.
Yeah.
So maybe
I
should just chill.
You got to trick them. You got to trick him.
Yeah.
And Annie, can you hear Annie on this call? Annie, he's got a Tinder date on Saturday. What do you think? What can he do?
Yo, what's up, man? Can you hear me?
Oh, bro, how you doing?
What's up, man? Good to talk to you. What would I do? I mean, this one's real complicated, but you should make it a bet, you know? Make it like a really weird bet, you know? Like I would say get her used to bets so you can make like a real like whatever one, like a fucking $1 or some shit. You know, just get her used to that shit.
A bet.
Where you're betting for you know, you're always like competing about something, or like, I don't know, you're always right or she's always right.
Like, I bet you dinner if I could do X, Y, Z.
Sure, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then you just the bets just get, you know, more and more crazy and wild because you're not gonna do the same bet twice, right? So you gotta start thinking of new shit to do. And you're like, you know what? I got one. I bet you're gonna hate this. What if I threw a fucking pie in your face if you're wrong? And then, nigga, you win that bet. That's the key.
Yeah, win or lose, you win.
You win that bet.
Maybe you start it quite high as well. Maybe you start as like a difficult thing to do, and then I bring it in like a few days later, like the pie thing, and she's like, "Oh, that's easy," you know.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, and also you want to defeat her in something guys inherently do better, like because chicks are always like girls are equal to guys, like not in everything. Like you're taller than her, you're stronger than her, you can likely do more push-ups than her, you can, you know, shoot hoops better than her, do something. You know what I'm saying? So she'll fucking lose.
I mean, what is she into? You know?
I mean, I don't know. This is the thing. It's like.
Oh, so you didn't talk to her at all? You're just meeting her for the first time on Saturday?
Oh, yeah. I don't talk to people online. I only meet people like in person. Like I fucking hate talking online.
Gotcha. Yeah,
maybe that's the thing. I'm like, I gotta strategize more, have more of a game plan. You know, play for the long game.
Always, bro. I mean,
prove it.
Prove it.
Have you heard prove it? You gotta be like, yeah, bitch, I bet you a pie in the face. You can't blah, blah, blah. Prove it, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's difficult because it's like, I don't know what type of girl she is, but if she's at all like that antagonistic type, you know, it can always lead to something like that where you're like, you know, I bet you can't handle getting a pie in your face or some shit. You know, it's like, it's just some type of antagonizing her to get her in there. And then after, once it happens, because it's not that big of a deal. Like,
no.
If someone's done it to you, then you must know now that it's not a big deal. Because I remember thinking that my shit was a big deal until it happened. You're like, oh, that was nothing. It's not that crazy. So now that you know it's not a big deal, once it happens, then all you say is, all right, I got to be real with you. Like, this shit does it for me. Like, I know it's weird, but this is my thing. So I don't know if that wasn't too weird for you. We could do it like a different way, you know, like, because once she's in, she's in. And the truth is, it's not weird. It's not that weird at all.
It's not that crazy of a fetish. Truly, if my husband was like, I want a pie on your face, I'd be like, okay, let's just make sure we do it at night so I can take a shower before we go to bed. Okay.
Right.
Well, Christina, record the video, post it on the podcast. I won't complain.
You know what? The connection's very bad. I can't hear you anymore. It's very bad. Oh, have we lost him already? Oh my gosh. Okie dokie.
That's so sad.
You tried to trick me. Well, I hope this helps. Will you report back to us, like, when you get mission accomplished? I want to hear how you trick this girl into doing it.
100%.
Okay.
I was so sad you're gonna abandon me that like I just flew it with you guys as well.
No.
Yeah, I'll report back. Don't worry.
Okay, Mr. Pie, we're waiting to hear back. I want a success story. Good luck, Godspeed, and yeah, I want to hear back. I want to hear success. And thanks for talking to us.
Okay, thank you so much. And all the specials, so keep it up.
Oh, I love you. All right. Good luck, Pie Guy.
Okay, thank you.
Bye. Sweet. Keep that dick hard on Pie. How sweet was he, though?
That was so much better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, he's
That was
sweet.
that was oddly wholesome.
Yeah.
Didn't expect that.
Yeah,
No.
Eddie, you're a real great, like, big bro type person.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, here, let me, like, just, like, guide you through this thing. You know, it's a little crazy, but it's not as crazy as you think. It was just, you were great. You were very great throughout all of that, man.
I mean, it probably helps that I've been doing this shit my whole life, so
I think that
nothing new for me.
I think that definitely helps a little bit.
Do you need help coming? Any can help you come. That's so cool, Annie. That's like your special gift, helping guys come.
Yeah, we got the pie guy and the cum guy right here.
Sick.
You're gonna make
Sick.
You're gonna be a great father one day. Son, are you having trouble coming? Well, you know, it is important that people share information, right? I mean, the guys got to help each other out.
I mean, that's the biggest reason. Like, look, that was the most uncomfortable thing I've ever admitted on any show ever in my life. But
the tickling thing?
Yes, and but that was you think it is, but you gotta. I mean, there's just a severity level to things. You know, it's
perspective.
It starts as just whatever, but like this guy knows, it doesn't. It turns into not normal. You know, it is weird at the end of the day. But anyway, I've had to navigate it for fucking, 20 plus years. And that was a big reason why I said, fuck it, I'm just going to do it, is because I never had that. There was no videos about anything like this back then. So I had nowhere to like look to be like, is this normal? Like, am I okay? Or does anyone else fucking do this shit,
Well, I will say the one good thing about, I mean, there are many good things about, I always joke about this era that we're living in, but the good thing is that the podcasts exist, and like there's some other guy listening right now in the Midwest who's like, oh, good, I'm not a total freak. I'm not going to kill myself or throw myself off a building because I like to, whatever, jerk off to this and that.
Yeah, that's a common message that I'm getting from dudes.
Oh yeah,
that heard they're like, dude, me too.
Oh,
and I've had more than one dude say that it's because of hearing that like they weren't, they were headed towards that place. Yeah. And hearing that now they're not. It's like that's the key to all this shit.
It sure is.
Just talk about it,
And
it ain't that fucking weird.
Can I give a massive shout out to the gays, actually, because gay men are the biggest proponents of talking about stuff. It's funny, I have a gay friend that I've had, we grew up together basically, and he's like, Christina, straight people just don't talk. They don't talk about sex. They don't talk the way gay men do. Like he's like, when you hook up with another dude, like, what do you like? Okay, I like the blah, 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 blah. What do you like? Okay, good. Blah, 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 blah. Let's go do it. Like it's a big, he's like, you straight people are so secretive. Everything's a big fucking secret. And
very true.
Very true. And I want to credit actually Dan Savage, his, if you guys are interested in sex and kinks and everything, the Savage Love podcast. I swear, Dan Savage is a saint. He's an elder gay, not an elder, but he's a gay dude that's been around, and he talks about dating and love and kinks and fetish, and how to navigate all this stuff. And I owe him, actually, because I was listening to him, a million years ago, Savage Love. He talks about all this shit, so you don't feel like a total freak. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad we covered that. Big load off my mind. I've been thinking about Pie Guy for a week now. Just thinking about him.
Where my mom's at. Where my mom's wearing thongs, hitting bongs at. Raising kids, cleaning shits, need a long nap. Where my mom's at.